So, welcome back everybody, and in this video we'll go for the third uh, term that we should know for a magnetic matters, that is the third is the susceptibility. Third is susceptibility. Okay, and it is a very important term because finally we are going to discuss the magnetic materials, the magnetic property of matter based on the susceptibility only. Whatever we have done in last two videos, that is magnetization and magnetizing field, both are interconnected by this term, and that's why this is important. In simple words, if I tell you what is the meaning of susceptibility, so basically this term we are using for a magnetic nature of the matter. So this is basically, in simple words, getting something out of that matter in terms of magnetic property. Okay, so susceptibility in simple meaning possibility of getting something. Okay, what in terms of magnetic nature. Okay, so that is the meaning of susceptibility. Now let's say exactly when we take any matter, okay, and if we are getting something out of it in terms of magnetic nature, so we are discussing about about that property in this chapter actually. So let's say one very common property that we have learned, magnetization. Okay, like because of revolving of electron around the nucleus, that each atom has created magnetic dipole moment, and due to that magnetic dipole moment per unit volume, the net magnetic dipole per unit volume is called magnetization. So when any matter, if we are talking of magnetic nature, so we are basically talking of the magnetic dipole moments, because magnetic dipole moments is the main cause for the magnetic nature of the material, and we are converting that term in terms of the new term that is called susceptibility. The magnetizing field that we have learned in the last video, that is the magnetizing field is basically the proportional to the current. The magnetizing field is basically coming out of the current passing through the wire. Okay, so basically what is the main shape, the main shape by which we create the magnetizing field around in the atmosphere? So very common shape is solenoid, the coiled wire that we have seen. If we want to create the property of magnetic field in an atmosphere, that is called magnetizing field. Okay, so magnetizing intensity. So magnetizing intensity, if we want to create magnetizing intensity in the atmosphere, the very common, pass the current through wire. Okay, so and very common is if you take a solenoid. So very common is solenoid is basically the material, the solenoid is the shape of the wire, coiled wire, that creates the magnetizing intensity around the atmosphere. So here H is basically magnetizing intensity जो हम लोगों ने किया था, magnetizing intensity. We have also done this as a magnetic intensity, magnetizing field. So this is the thing. So solenoid is taken, and this is very common. If you pass the current, so the magnetizing field gets created here. Okay, now if I take a material, any material, okay, if I take a material and if I put inside this, if I take a material, if I put inside this, okay, before before putting this material inside this material may have some magnetization, net magnetic field per unit volume, or the magnetization will be 0. Okay, so before putting this material inside the solenoid, it will have that material will have some magnetization M, magnetization. Okay, it may be 0, it may be some positive value. Okay, so before putting this material, I calculated how much magnetization is there for this material. Okay, that is net magnetic dipole moment per unit volume. Then I put this material inside the magnetizing field, and the very common source of magnetizing field, magnetizing intensity, is solenoid. So I put it inside this. The moment I put it inside this, after putting this inside the magnetizing intensity, I calculated the magnetization now again. Okay, so after putting this material inside the magnetizing intensity, again I calculated its magnetization, and when we calculate the magnetization, we found the magnetization has increased or decreased, or it remained same. Three cases can be there. Let's say before putting this in a magnetizing intensity, I calculated it has got, let's say, 100 magnetization per unit volume. So magnetization is 100, simple. When I put this inside the magnetizing intensity, I found it has gone to 500. So remaining 400 kahan se aaya? Before putting this inside the magnetizing field, it has got 100, and when I put this inside, it has become 500. So where it has come from the extra 400? So that is because of the magnetizing intensity. How it has come, we'll come to that. Again, the second material I have taken, if I have taken the second material and I calculated it is, let's say, 50 or 100, let's say 100 again, and when I put this inside the magnetizing intensity, it has decreased to 80. Earlier it was 100 before putting this in a magnetizing intensity. Now after putting this in a magnetizing intensity, it has become 80. So it has decreased by 20. So how it has decreased? Okay, so there are some materials where such kind of event can take place, that before putting that material in a magnetizing intensity, it has got some magnetization, and after putting it, its magnetization has changed. So that is the meaning of susceptibility. So this property is known as susceptibility. Yes, after putting that material into the magnetizing intensity, now we are getting something out of it. We are getting what? Magnetic nature. We are getting some magnetic nature out of it, or we are decreasing the magnetic nature out of it. So this property is known as susceptibility in simple words. Okay, again I am repeating that if I put any material inside the magnetizing intensity, so what we are getting out means its magnetization is increasing or decreasing. That outcome is known as the susceptibility. Okay, so now let's say if I put the any material inside, so its magnetization has increased or decreased. So this is we are getting out of that material. So this we are getting out of that material. So that is known as susceptibility. This property has been given a name, susceptibility. Next question comes, how to quantify this? Okay, now before that, if we get into how it has increased or decreased. Okay, in some material it has increased, susceptibility has increased. In some material it has decreased. How it has taken place? So basically, again, any material consisting of infinite atoms, electrons are moving around the nucleus of that atom. So we have a dipole. So basically, if we take any material, so we have seen it has got some dipole is there. Okay, if you remember this, some dipole is there, magnetic dipole moment is there. So when we apply the magnetizing intensity here, when we apply the magnetizing intensity, so the torque starts acting on it, and because of torque starts acting on it, so it is going to rotate, and finally at equilibrium, if it is aligned along the direction of magnetizing intensity, if here some of the magnetic dipole moments are aligned along the magnetizing intensity, so in that case the magnetization, net magnetization will increase. Let's say initially it was 100, and when I put this material in a magnetizing intensity, it has become 500, means 400 new magnetization has created. And that has created why? Because of the net torque acting on the magnetic dipole moments because of external magnetic field. If there is a magnetizing intensity, so there will be a magnetic field there, and so this way it has increased. How it has decreased from 100, it has decreased to 80. So so here if I just draw this diagram, it has increased to 500, it is 100. Okay, now it has increased to 500. So how it has increased? So it has increased because here the sum of the magnetic dipole moments has aligned along this. Before it is after. So it is 100. Now after putting in a magnetizing intensity, it has become 500. So some of the new magnetic dipole moments, earlier the magnetic dipole moments are there, but they were cancelling each other. But the moment that we put inside the magnetizing intensity, this net dipole moment has aligned along the direction of magnetizing intensity, that is magnetic field, external magnetic field, and that's why this value is increased. In this case, in in some material, why it has decreased? In some material, why it has decreased? So let's say it is 100. So in some material it has decreased because after putting this in a magnetizing intensity, now the magnetic dipole moments had aligned opposite to it. Magnetic dipole moments had aligned opposite to it. Okay, so that's why this has decreased. The magnetic dipole moments has aligned opposite to it, so that's why it has decreased. And this property of a material, where when we put that material into the magnetizing intensity or external magnetic field, the magnetization decreases or increases, is known as susceptibility. It is susceptible. It is susceptible to the external magnetic field, meaning its magnetization can be increased, can be decreased when we put this in an external magnetic field. Okay, so what we are getting after putting this material inside the magnetizing intensity, its magnetization is changing, is increasing or decreasing. So this is here. So this is known as the susceptibility. Now how to quantify this? Okay, so just see here, the quantification is very simple, and from experiment we have here, basically the susceptibility is outcome of a magnetizing intensity. When we put that material inside the magnetizing intensity magnetic field, we get we get new magnetization. So here the magnetization is directly proportional to the magnetizing intensity, and we have seen in the last video magnetizing intensity, that is magnetization and magnetizing intensity have got same unit, same dimension. So when we remove this, so here again H is proportional to H, M is proportional to, so M is this is a one term, that is this. It is called psi. So basically, the magnetization is directly proportional to H, and we remove the term, we get a constant called psi. So m by h is basically psi. Just see, it is x को इधर कर दो, psi, psi. It is psi. So if we know the psi, so this is called susceptibility. If we know the psi of any material, okay, susceptibility of any material, then we can tell what will happen when we put this in a magnetizing intensity. So from here, so this is one equation that we have to keep in mind. Magnetization and magnetizing intensity. Okay. So if you remember, when you put a material here, so what is the net magnetic field inside this material? In the last video we have done, that is magnetic field due to this magnetizing intensity plus magnetic field due to the magnetization. This we have done. So here, this value is mu naught times of H, and this value is M. Okay, and this is mu naught times of N, and when we remove this, so mu naught into H plus M. Now M we can put from here, a new term from the susceptibility. So net magnetic field inside the material will become mu naught. Put here M is equal to psi plus H, so it is 1 plus psi this into H. This is 1 plus psi into H, and this term is known as mu naught mu r. So this is given a new name, that is mu r into H. This is new, next term. Okay, and this together is given a new, that is mu H. Again, सबको याद होगा, mu naught is the permeability of the free space. Mu naught is permeability. So if you write, mu naught is permeability of free space. Okay, mu r is relative permeability. Relative permeability of the material. And mu is the permeability of the material. Okay, so these are permeability of the material. If magnetic field, how much it is going to permeate through this material. So these are the terms that we use here. So just see. So one new term, 1 plus psi, we have developed here. 1 plus psi, that is known as relative permeability. So from here, we can write here mu r is equal to mu by mu naught. Relative permeability is this. So just see. So now if we want to calculate the magnetic field inside any material, in that case we don't have to calculate the magnetization. Now we have developed a new quantity called susceptibility. If we know the susceptibility, we can easily tell about the magnetic field inside the material when that material is kept in a magnetizing intensity of H. Okay, now let me move on. And now, so ये ध्यान में रखना है. Now let's say, so ये लिखा सबने. Now mu r is how much? So it is equal to 1 plus psi. That is mu r. So now let's say, if I just write it here. So here mu r is mu by mu naught. Permeability of free space. This. Now let's say for a material, if permeability within the material is greater than mu naught, then mu r is greater than 1, and this is equal to 1 plus psi, so that implies psi is equal to mu r minus 1. So in that case the psi becomes positive. So if mu r is more than 1, relative permeability of that medium is more than 1, so psi is positive, susceptibility is positive. And second, let's say for a material mu is less than mu naught, so then mu r is less than 1. So in that case the susceptibility, the psi becomes negative. Let's see, psi becomes negative. So which are those materials? If I tell you one example, aluminium, we have a first kind and copper is of second kind. Means here the susceptibility is negative, meaning what? When you put that material, material inside the magnetizing intensity, the magnetization is going to decrease, as I said, from 100 to 80. If I put, why? Because the magnetic dipole moments are going to align opposite to the applied magnetizing intensity. Okay, and if I put some material where susceptibility is positive, so after putting that material inside the magnetizing intensity, the magnetization is going to increase. Why? Because the net magnetic dipole moments are going to align along the direction of magnetizing intensity. So based on this susceptibility, we divided the material into three categories. Okay, so some materials which are very susceptible, means there when we put that in an external magnetic field, its magnetization increases, so they are called paramagnetic. उसी में है ferromagnetic. And those materials which are less susceptible, okay, where when you put that material inside the magnetic field, the net magnetization decreases, so they are called diamagnetic. So this X negative is a case for diamagnetic, X positive is a case for paramagnetic, ferromagnetic. हम आगे देखेंगे. So this is a case for, again example if I take, this is a case for copper and this is case for aluminium, very common, where susceptibility is positive. So now classification of material based on susceptibility we'll do in the next video. Thank you.